What mistake have you made along the way?
Wow, mistakes that I've made. So I would say when I first started, trying to do things by myself. Trying to figure things out on my own, without a mentor, just that I think that is like one of the biggest mistakes, trying to just one of the biggest, if you've heard of the book, I know obviously you heard of the book Think and Grow Rich, right? Obviously 100%. I think I've read that book maybe about 4 or 5 times. And one of the biggest principles of success that's in there is the principle of the mastermind. So getting people around you, like I said before, and getting a mentor and someone who can help you accomplish what you're trying to accomplish is so important. And that's one of the mistakes that I made earlier on, was trying to do things by myself without getting proper advice, somebody watching, helping me, holding my hand, walking me through it, giving me some insight on areas that they've already experienced, because they're way more experienced than I am. So that is so important to be able to have that. So one of the biggest mistakes that I made when I was younger was not having a mentor and trying to do it by myself. Big mistake. You need to have that. You have to have that. It made a huge difference in where I
am. What did you have for breakfast today?
Oh, today? Well, I had a wonderful omelet. So yeah, I had omelet, and I had omelet and pancakes. So like a fajita omelet, like with chicken and some salsa and cheese and the peppers. Very yummy, delicious. Having a healthy diet is important. You need that energy.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Travon, if you could start all over again, what would you do differently?
Well, it's definitely easy to say that I would start sooner. Okay. But there's a saying that says like, hey, what's the best time to plant a tree? What would have been the best time to plant a tree? Well, 20 years ago. Well, what's the next best time? Well, right now, right? So you can always look back and say, hey, I wish, I'd have done this earlier. I wish I'd have known this sooner, or tried sooner before I, started having an awakening. But obviously everything comes in time. And like I said before, was get a mentor. That the very first thing I would have done. That goes back to the other question, right? So I would have definitely run to go get, a mentor or someone who has accomplished where I'm trying to go, is one of the biggest things that I would do differently.
Nice. Travon, how do you push through your worst times?
Through my worst times, I would say I would surround myself, with positive people. That includes my kids, my wonderful kids. They're very, I've taught them to be so very positive. They're amazing. They make me feel amazing. My daughter just celebrated her 22nd birthday yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. And and she has all these positive affirmations that she put like on her wall and things of that nature. When I go out and actually do speaking engagements, she comes up and speaks. My son as well. They're both amazing, kids. I love them. And I'm not just saying that because I'm their dad. Of course, I may be a little biased, but
yeah.
they are really great kids. And, I'm so appreciative of them. But I obviously surround myself with, with them, other people that are very positive around me. And I listen to motivational, speakers, people, and motivational music as well. So music, as you guys know, really sets the tone for your mood and things of that nature. And if you're not listening to the right music, it gets you in a certain mood, but certain music makes you like, oh man, it gives you an energy, right? I know you got,
Yes.
It gives you a strong energy. There's a lot of energy in music. So that's why it's so important to have a good playlist that'll uplift your spirit, that'll uplift your mind, your thinking, your soul. And he's like, yes, that it really brings you up, you know, during those tough times. And I always say, a lot of people always want to forget about all the bad times and only want to embrace the good times, right? But the thing is, they're all life experiences and they all teach you something. So even through the bad times, embrace the bad times as well, because there's a lesson inside of whatever you're going through. And it's all part of your journey to make you stronger, to get you where you need to be. So embrace those bad times as well as the good times, because it's all works together to bring you to your destiny and to your good space.
Yes.
Brilliant. What you say.
Excellent. Travon, how do you deal with daily stress, and what do you do to make each day enjoyable?
Yes, I would say dealing with the daily stress is it kind of goes along with what I just said, as far as, like, you know, surrounding myself with good people, whatever, just listening to good music. It just keeps me, you know, going. Sometimes I need to just sit quietly. Sometimes I like to go to the beach and just sit and listen to the waves, or you know, and just feel, you know, that sun on my face. Hopefully it's sunny, you know. If not, you know, I'll sit in my car, but go somewhere and sit quietly or meditate. I like to do that. And, you know, it's a good way to just get centered, get grounded, and start looking at the bigger picture. So, you know, stress is pretty much just comes from, you know, being in a specific time to where either you don't know what's going on, what's going to happen, and you're worried about what's coming next and things of that nature, or you might be in a, you know, just a tight space. And sometimes you need to pull yourself back and get a higher view of the situation and say, like, okay, well, I've been through this before and look how it's turned out. I have to understand, once again, that no matter what I'm going through, it's going to work out in my favor. One way or the other, I'm going to get something great out of this. Something good is going to come out of this experience. It doesn't feel good right now, you know, but I over time, I will look back at this and I will be able to pull a positive, something positive aspect out of this situation. So getting a broader view and a higher view of where you are, and that's what the meditation does, makes me feel stronger. It makes me feel better, and saying, hey, I can make it through this, and it will work. This will happen. So, or I will get through this. You know what I mean? So that's how I get through, I think, daily stresses.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Yes.
Travon, if you would have world's microphone for a few minutes, what would you say to the world?
Wow. You know, I think I'd say dream again. Learn how to dream again. Learn how to take the glass ceiling off of your dreams. Learn how to look and see what you want. If you had no barriers around you, no mental barriers around you, or if you weren't if money wasn't an object for you, if it wasn't a thing for you, what would you want to accomplish? What would you want to be? What do you want to do? I would tell them to dream. Learn how to dream again. You know, stop letting society and things that other people have told you that have a negative mindset, you know, don't let that stop you from dreaming, and open up and say, you know what, I can do this. I would love to be here, go there, accomplish this, own my own business, you know, and, you know, get my business to 6 figures, and then, you know, then 7 figures. I would love to do that. And I would just tell them, learn how to dream again, and get someone to help you to dream again. You know, that's what I would just, the foundation of what I would tell people: learn how to dream again and have faith in your dream.
Excellent.
Awesome. How did you extend or expand your paradigms or belief to achieve or to fulfill your dreams?
One more time.
How did you extend or expand your paradigms or believe to achieve or to fulfill your dreams?
Wow, I think, you know, I listen to a lot of Tony Robbins. I used to listen to a lot of Les Brown. I actually got a chance to speak on both of their stages before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, very
Yeah,
nice.
I mean, so and listen to a lot of motivational speakers and read a lot of books. Oh my gosh, I read a lot of books. So I read a big book, obviously, is Think and Grow Rich, right? Outwitting the Devil was a really great book. Wow. Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. Like just, I think a lot of these great and amazing books that I have read, you know, between that and listening to these people and going to different seminars, going to different places and learning from these brilliant people. You know, you may not have heard from, you know, I may not have heard of these people before, but man, boy, they taught me some amazing things, you know, and I was like, wow. And that has really, you know, accumulation of all that, you know, consistently feeding yourself that positivity and hearing the stories and seeing how people, you know, achieved what they, you know, what they set out for and where they came from and how they dug themselves out, you know, of certain situations to get where they are now was so inspiring to me. You know, it was, you know, it was like bubbling inside of me. You know, it was just a fire that they just lit inside of me and inspired me, you know, so much. And one of the things I also teach people is, you know, I tell them to understand that motivation itself, in and of itself, is very short-lived. So you can't just go and listen to one speech or whatever the case is and have somebody inspire you, you know, or motivate you for a moment. And then because a day or 2 or 3 days later, that energy is gonna die down and you're gonna fall back into that level, right?
Yes.
So the thing is, you need two different things. First of all, you do need to be able to create an environment for yourself to keep you motivated, but the dream that you have needs to be an inspiration, right? So there's a difference between inspiration and motivation. Inspiration is something that's already inside of you, that you already have inside of you, right? And so when somebody inspires you, they actually shine a light on something inside of you that was already there, a dream, a vision, something that lights you up, that makes you excited. That means like, hey, I can do this without even making money. And every time I think about it, I light up, it excites me. And it shouldn't surround money. The money should not be anyone's inspiration. It could be a motivation, but it should never be your inspiration. Your inspiration means things like helping people, who you are to people, how you are impacting the world. How are you know what I'm saying? The message that you have is an inspiration, but you do need motivation to consistently keep you on that path, to keep you, you know, doing the little things you need to do to be able to accomplish, you know, the goals of your inspirational vision and your inspirational dream. So you need both of those things to work out for you. And so that's why I consistently kept, you know, motivating myself through, you know, the speakers, the music and things of that nature. But that vision, that inspiration that's already inside of me is there, and it's on fire. And it's, like I say, it's to help as many people as I possibly can and leave an impact in this world before I leave here, you know. And that's what is my inspiration. And that's why I'm grateful for everyone who has a dream, that, you know, because that inspires me to consistently move towards my dream. So
Very interesting.
yeah.
Yes. Travon, how can people find you?
Well, you know, a few different ways. I mean, I have a strong presence on social media. They can easily find me there. So my Instagram is Travon, so I'll spell it T-R-A-V as in Victor, O-N _ Taylor, T-A-Y-L-O-R. You can find me there. Also, you can on Facebook as well. I have Travon Taylor, Travon Taylor. So you can find me on like all of the platforms. I'm I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on what's some of the other ones? But you can whatever platform you want, you can find me there, or you can email me directly. Anyone who's like to email me directly, it's Travon Taylor 7, the number 7 at yahoo.com. That's my direct email, and you're more than welcome to to contact me, and I'd be happy to if you have a question about business, starting a business, or whatever the case is, or even in finance, I'll be happy to talk to you and help you in those areas.
Thank you so much for giving us this wonderful interview. Thank you.
Oh, you're
Thank
so
you.
welcome.